song right now.
Between your heart and mine, love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Now, I hope that was loud enough for you guys to hear it. But I'm playing that song, well, letting you guys listen to it, because back when I went to school, I was in elementary school, those are the kind of songs that we played at, like, when we had our, you know, like, school choir, and what's the word I'm looking for? Not rallies, but your you know, the big school meetings that you go to. We used to play songs like that, and we used to sing songs like that in school. And you know, nowadays with all the division and you know, who's better than who, or you know, just people always fighting all the time. We didn't have that when I was growing up. And yeah, I don't know. But I think we need to get back to that, you know. Granted, I haven't been in school for a while, but from what I hear from news articles and things like that, it's like you can't do anything that I used to do. You know, the Pledge of Allegiance is under attack in schools. You know, we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then you have 30 seconds of silence. And you know, people are saying prayer doesn't belong in schools. Well, we didn't have prayer. We had 30 seconds of silence. That means you have 30 seconds to either pray to whichever God you believe in, or just 30 seconds to sit there and get centered, get grounded, or meditate, or just something. You get 30 seconds of silence after the Pledge of Allegiance. And that's how I grew up, you know. And back then, you know, religion wasn't a big, huge part of my life. You know, I went to church every once in a while as a kid, and then, you know, as I got older, I started going to church and started exploring different churches and different religions and all that stuff. But that's a totally different subject. But you know, this country was founded on certain beliefs, and one of those beliefs was freedom of religion, freedom to practice your religion. And I think that 30 seconds of silence is the freedom to practice your religion, whatever religion that is. It's not forcing anything or anybody to do anything. It's not forcing anybody to pray. It's not forcing anything. It's giving you an opportunity to do something. So there's a big difference there. And I think people are getting that misconstrued, because we never had prayer in our schools. We just had the opportunity to do it. So I don't know, maybe I grew up in a school that's different or something. I don't know, I doubt it, but I think the only schools that they have where prayer is actually present is like a Catholic school or a Christian school, something like that. outside of that, I never heard prayer in a school. So the fact that they're trying to remove prayer from schools is kind of ridiculous. How can you remove something that isn't there? But then they say, oh, well, one nation under God. Yeah. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, whatever. And I know that, or I've read that under God wasn't even originally part of it. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I haven't actually looked that up for myself. But I grew up with it, and it didn't affect me. It's our pledge of allegiance to the country. So, you're entitled to your beliefs, I'm entitled to mine. And I don't ridicule other people for their beliefs, because that's just how I was raised. So, I think what I'm getting at is what this country was founded on was your freedom to believe what you want, to practice whatever religion you want, wherever you want, and people are trying to take that away. You know, I used to work with a Muslim guy, okay? Work construction, and he would lay out his mat and he would pray, and nobody gave him crap over it, and it's that he's practicing his religion, and it wasn't like it held up the job. You know, we would take our lunch and he would say his prayer, and usually it was before we actually started work. We would get to the job site early in the morning, right about sunrise, and he would say his prayers, and then we would have lunch and he would say his prayers. Yeah, I think maybe 3 times a day, 2, maybe 3. I don't know. I think they pray like 3 or 5 times a day. I don't know. But the point is, he would say his prayers, and that was that. Big deal, you know. So that's just the way it is. And it was kind of weird. This is off the subject. It was kind of weird, like his language or our language barrier. Because this guy, he was from Africa, and he spoke 5 languages fluently, and he came to America and he was trying to learn English, and this just shows how hard the English language is to learn. This guy already speaks 5 languages, and he's trying to learn English, and it's so hard for him. So what he did was, we would tell him something, and he would go over to the Mexican guys and have them translate what we said to him. He understood Spanish better than he understood English. So I just thought that was kind of an eye-opener to, you know, how hard this language is to get. And I know I call it out all the time, just because we speak so like roughly, and our language structure compared to other language structures, because I studied Japanese for a little bit, and German and Spanish, and they all pretty much have the same sentence structure, but ours is completely different. So sentence structure, and then the fact that we have like four different words for a word, you know, like there and there and there and there, or two and two. You know, we have, it's the same word, but it's spelled different, and depending on the spelling, it means something different. You don't get that in other languages. So, yeah, I'm kind of rambling right now, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep rambling. The Japanese language, I liked it because they have symbols, and it looks confusing when you look at the whole thing, but it's actually very simple because you have symbols. Symbols are sounds, and that symbol is always that sound. Always, no matter what, no matter where.
Say a command.
No. No matter where it is in the word, it sounds the same. Unlike our language where you have laughter and daughter, and the only letter difference is the D and the S. They both have a GH, but in one of them the GH is silent, and the other one the GH makes an F. Like, you don't get that in other languages. So, yeah, I really used to like studying language and just religion too. I studied religion real deeply for a few years. And yeah, when I say religion, I don't just mean Christian religions. I studied Christianity, I studied Buddhism, paganism, Satanism. You know, I got books and books and books and read and all this stuff. I used to have a huge library, and now I'm down to like 5 books. But anyway, yeah. So America, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, along with a lot of other things that, you know, we are free to do, or used to be free to do. You know, yeah, we have a history, but every country has a history. You can't just forget about it. You can't erase it. You can't destroy things that resemble something that offends you. There's a proper way to go about doing things. Like the whole statue thing that I know was a huge deal, and I think what should have been done, and most of them, this is what happened to them, okay? You petition to have these things moved, not removed, but have them moved and preserved in a museum or somewhere, you know, where you can go and observe them. And you don't sit there and topple a statue that has been standing for 123 years, defacing government property. You know, there's a right and a wrong way to do things. So if something offends you enough that you feel threatened by it, or you think it's a danger to somebody, which none of those things were. They weren't a threat, they weren't a danger. It was a statue. And you know, my beliefs on what those represent aren't exactly aligned with other people's. And what I think it represented was history and where we were compared to where we are and what we've gone through. I mean, if you want to look at it as, you know, it was a civil war, slavery, whatever. Slavery wasn't really the main issue with the Civil War. And if that's what you believe, then you need to go find a history book that hasn't been rewritten. But anyway, you know, it's like the human body. I have a lot of scars. I have some things I'd like to get rid of, but I just can't do that. I don't know, maybe nowadays you can. I've seen tattoos be removed, not just laser. I mean, people literally cut them out of their skin, and that's a thing. But whatever, I'm not willing to do that. But yeah, you know, we all have scars. We all have reminders of, you know, lessons learned. You know, I've got a lot of scars from doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, or doing something improperly. Like I've got gloves on, but I've got scars on my hands from, you know, cutting myself with a knife because I was cutting in the wrong direction, or just cutting improperly. You know, my thumb, you can't see it right now, but I've got a scar on my thumb from something just like that. But the point is, we're supposed to learn from our past. And those things have been there for years and years and years and years. Never bothered anybody. But now, in the last, let's see, 10 years, not even 10 years, you know, all of a sudden this stuff has been bothering people. Well, it didn't bother me when I was a kid. It didn't bother my friends. And whatever, even growing up, I mean, this stuff wasn't an issue when I was growing up. It just wasn't. It wasn't a topic. It wasn't an issue. But whatever. I guess this is the America we live in today. But like I said before, I don't think it's even as bad as the media makes it out to be. Because I'm all over the country. I'm down south, I'm up north, I'm east, I'm west. And I just do not see what the media is telling people is going on in the country, because it's not. It's going on in small instances, small groups, and these hit and miss instances where some of this stuff is happening. So again, I say you can believe whatever you want, but I'm out here and I don't see it. And I never have. But I do know people who have experienced, you know, the racism and the prejudices and stuff. But they don't let it get them down. They don't sit there and dwell on it. So I don't know. I guess to fix it, it starts with yourself. And I know this is going on long and I'm just going from topic to topic, but yeah, so taking down statues, creating safe spaces, and basically burying your head in the sand, that's not going to end racism. You know, you end racism by moving forward, not destroying property. and not calling people bigots because they don't believe what you believe. That just creates more division. And that's what I've been trying to say for years. You know, all this protesting and stuff. I understand the right to protest and the reason for protesting, but I think a lot of these people are taking the reason for protesting and just putting their own twist on it. Because none of these protests that have happened have done anything. They haven't done anything good. They haven't accomplished anything. Because, and you might argue, oh, those statues got removed. Those statues were already in place to be removed. They were already in the works, in the process of being removed. And then the whole Charlottesville thing happened, and it blew up. It blew up. It was all over the media. If none of that would have happened, those statues would have been taken down, and it just would have been, you know, one of those little Facebook headlines, the statue taken down, which we've been seeing before any of that happened. Confederate statues are trying to be taken down and blah, blah, blah. So that protest did nothing. Neither side accomplished anything. Nothing. They accomplished nothing except more division, more anger, more hate. That's all it did. And that's all of them do. They're not fixing anything. They're not helping anything. They're just creating more division with the American people. And I think, or at least I hope, that we all want the same thing. We all just want to be happy. We want peace. We don't want all this hatred and anger and stuff that we're seeing all over the news. I know I don't. Because when I see that stuff, it makes me wonder what direction we're heading. Because from what I see on the news, it's just going in a big circle. It's going in a big circle. We're not going anywhere. So, yeah. Anyway, love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time?